My family has discussions on some really serious topics. One of our more recent ones was striking. It was about toilet paper. Good old TP. I know, don't laugh. This was one serious discussion. Over or under? That was the first debate we tackled. Do you like your toilet paper to hang over the roll or to come from under the roll? We were split. Personally, I like it to hang over the roll. It's easy access. With one stroke of my hand, the paper comes smoothly off the roll. When it hangs under the roll, I feel like I have to grab at it. It can be fluid or choppy. This is really important at my house because the toilet paper holder is at the back of the toilet and I have to use my left hand to reach it. This is me sitting on my toilet. I have to reach back with my hand to get the toilet paper. This movement is much easier than this movement. I haven't had the health and safety folks in to assess it yet, but I think hanging over is much more ergonomically correct. No chances of injury leading to TP syndrome. I'm not so obsessed by the whole over-the-roll thing that I'll change it at other people's houses, but if you need a new roll, I'll always hang it my way. The next big question, scrunch or fold? Some people in my family, who shall remain nameless, like to fold their toilet paper into little squares before using it. 4 squares folded into a neat little packet. To me, this runs along the same lines as folding and ironing your underwear. One wipe with the pocket and it's just about used up. Folding it in half doesn't leave a lot of paper and leaves a lot of room for error. I'm a proponent of scrunching. Whoosh! To get the paper off the roll and scrunch it into a nice ball. This ball is good for at least 2, sometimes 3 passes. No worries about errors. Finally, how many squares are required? The answers range from 4 to 6 at a time. I think it depends on the quality of the toilet paper. 2-ply versus 1-ply can make a big difference. We don't want any fingers poking through the paper. It's amazing how much toilet paper one family can use. I've been able to concretely measure this by the amount of time it takes to fill our outhouse hole at the cottage. We tend to go through 1 hole per summer, and these are not small holes. My sister and I dug one once and it was over our heads and we almost couldn't get out. So, usage per summer is calculated at 4 feet by 3 feet by 6.5 feet. That's 78 cubic feet. Or, for you right-brainers in the audience, that's this amount of space. That's a lot of toilet paper and so much more. Toilet paper is considered to be a precious commodity in some countries. I lived in Nicaragua in the late 1980s and toilet paper was hard to find. It was so hard to find that we used newspapers and magazines instead. The best gift you could give someone if you were leaving the country was the toilet paper you hadn't used. It was precious. There are lots of ways to store toilet paper, from a big stick-like contraption that you drop the rolls onto, to a small basket beside the toilet, and some people like to even hide it underneath the sink. My favorite way to store toilet paper is the toilet paper cover. This is usually a crocheted item that looks like a hat for a small, thin head. toilet paper roll and then sits on the back of the toilet or on a shelf nearby. I think it was designed for proper etiquette so that you don't see the toilet paper even though it's really there. I can see our grandmother sequestered in a room busily crocheting so that no toilet paper roll goes without.